gratitude to the Slater Memorial Museum. I'm very glad to see so many of the participating artists here. It's really nice. Mark Hatfield is here. Others of you, you raise your hand if you're here. Oh, yes, good, good. Remind me of your name, lady white. Kathy Newton, right, forgive me. We have a catalog, and I should know this by now, but there it is. What happened here? Other friends of the Berlyn Meredith Foundation are here. John Bradley, who's a board member. Mary Posner is a local poet who's come. We have the treasurer of the Berlyn Meredith Foundation as well. Other artists like David Dassett is here. Of course, the lovely girls from Iran and South Korea. Sharon Griffiths exchange program. Councilman Castro is here, who is running for mayor of London, but we won't hold that against him. Right, also we have Sharon Griffiths, who is really the other half of this bridge. We'll hear more about her in a moment. She's done such an extraordinary work in hosting Bulgarian artists as well as other international artists over the decades. The goal of the William Meredith Foundation, which is sponsoring this exhibition, is to keep the legacy alive of this great American spirit. So that's what we're doing. That's why we're here. I would first like to read a letter from it's a bit long, but I'll zip through it, from Her Excellency Elena Fontova-Rosa, who's the Bulgarian ambassador to the United States. Ladies and gentlemen, dear guests, I am delighted to welcome you to the opening ceremony of a spectacular art showcase that, true to its title, creates a brilliant bridge of light connecting two nations' rich and distinct cultures. This one-of-a-kind exhibit displays nearly 100 works from both American and Bulgarian artists. The cultural collaboration between these nations demonstrates that the power and beauty of art truly has the ability to transcend oceans. It is a sincere regret that I'm not able to be in attendance to share this experience with you in person. I would like to extend great thanks to the Slater Memorial Museum for hosting this ceremony and for displaying this exhibit for the next 2 months. The artists featured in this collection are part of an artistic exchange between the Griffiths Art Center here in Connecticut and the Orpheus Foundation in the Ruta Mountains of Bulgaria. A partnership that has been in effect since 2002. I want to convey my support and appreciation for this strong and flourishing relationship that allows American and Bulgarian artists to be immersed in each other's vibrant cultures. Also, I must express gratitude to the late William Meredith, without whom this exhibit may not have been possible. His adoration and appreciation for art lives on today through his loved ones and through the William Meredith Foundation, which strives to honor his legacy of generosity and devotion to the arts. During Meredith's time as United States Politburo in the late 70s, Bulgaria was still a communist nation, experiencing heavy influence from its Soviet neighbor. Despite geographic and socio-political barriers, Meredith forged a camaraderie between the United States and Bulgaria through the exchange of art and literature. He supported the artistic renaissance that was occurring in my country at that time and actively advocated for human rights and free artistic expressions. For these reasons, in 1996, Meredith was granted honorary Bulgarian citizenship by the first democratically elected president, Joe. It is because of Meredith's initiative to establish a friendly American-Bulgarian cultural exchange that this exhibit is here today. The various styles of this showcase not only offer beauty and inspiration to audiences, but also an opportunity to learn about the history and culture of another nation. Timeless art, such as these pieces, remind us that all humans, no matter what race, religion, or ethnicity, are connected by fundamental emotions such as joy, pain, fear, and hope. In today's increasingly radicalized world, it is important to promote acceptance and cooperation. By focusing on such commonalities rather than differences, something Meredith so widely encouraged decades ago. This afternoon you will find much to observe, including the launching of the 2015 William Meredith Award We are honored today to have Kevin Ryan with us to say a few words. State Representative Ryan serves the towns of Boston, Montville, and Norwich in the 139th House District. He is a Deputy Speaker and 10-term General Assembly veteran.
Thank you for having me here this afternoon. I am really honored to be able to join you in welcoming the Bridge of Light art exhibit here at the historic Slater Museum in the city of Norwich, which in its own right has many prominent exhibits over its history. I bring you greetings from the state of Connecticut along with my colleagues, Senator Kathy Austin, Representative Emmett Riley, and Representative Doug Kowinski, who could not be able to see here this afternoon. We're really honored that you've chosen this city to hold this exhibition for Bulgarian and American artists. We want to thank the William Meredith Foundation and all those involved with bringing this exhibit to Norwich, and especially its director, Richard Harteis, and bringing this to fruition as well as the 2015 William Meredith Award for Poetry. As you've already experienced, this is an exciting afternoon to notice the artwork. The mayor, who could not be here this afternoon, also recognizes the significance of this afternoon and did send a letter that I'm going to read in her absence. Good afternoon. On behalf of the City of Norwich, I welcome you all to the Bridge of Light Artistic Illumination from the Balkans exhibit here at our most wonderful museum, the Slater Museum. You will be a part of history-making exhibit, witnessing the creativity of 100 works of art by Bulgarian and American artists. Our world experiences so many different disparities and conflicts that through the medium of art, culture, creativity, and dedication, we flourish. We can stand together, listening and seeing in person the binding foundation of art that is strengthening our commitment to each other. We each can feel the vibrancy and meaning to a piece of art in our own way. We come together in unison in recognizing the significance of the talent and the story of art. You'll experience these artists in a variety of venues. The music, poetry, and awards this afternoon will demonstrate the lifelong passion of William Meredith for both art and literature. His mission was one of equality, acceptance, and his voice remains at the forefront of tonight's gathering. You will be part of the light that will go forward to bring out this message of peace, honor, human rights, and artistic expression. It is with great regret that I am not able to be with you this afternoon. My thoughts are with you, and I look forward to this exhibition. Thank you to the William Meredith Foundation, the American and Bulgarian artists, and all the individuals responsible for bringing this important world exhibit to Norwich, and deeply honored. Warm regards, Deborah Hitching, Mayor of the City of Norwich. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Ryan. One of the features of this show is that we are launching the 2015 William Meredith Award for Poetry. This is an annual prize that is given. The first was David Fisher, who has passed away. The second was Lubomir Levchev, who is the other half of the Bulgarian Art Exchange Program. The third was given to Natasha Trethaway, who was the current U.S. Poet Laureate at that time. And this one, 2015, is given to Andrew OERKE, whose widow is here with us this evening, this afternoon. Anitra Thornhaug. Professor Anitra Thornhaug is a world-class scientist currently doing research at Yale with her colleague, Professor Graeme, Berlyn, who is also here with us today. She's a member of the International Club of Rome and currently is U.S. President. After this, she'll be followed by a short YouTube clip of Andrew reading his poem in the village, which will be on this monitor here where she's finished her presentation. Anitra?
Thank you so much, Richard. And thank you to Richard, the director of the William Meredith Foundation, and to the board of the William Meredith Foundation for this great honor that Andrew is bestowed with, which is to follow these fine poets in receiving the William Meredith Award for 2015. Andrew and his family and myself thank you greatly. Let me tell you something shortly about Andrew, and then this will be followed by Professor Graeme Berlyn of Yale School of Forestry reading one of the poems from the new book, which the Meredith Foundation has published, called The Wall, and then Andrew will, in his own words. So I just want to say a few things about Andrew. He was a Renaissance a world-class person who started microfinance and microenterprise in 1966 in Copenhagen, Kenya, and expanded loans to the poorest of the poor, small $100 loans, to 68 countries in great need, in Latin America, Asia, and Africa in particular. But Andrew was always a poet. He was trained as a poet. And let me just say three things that are quotes from him. The problem of sustainability of the human spirit is as important as any other crisis the human condition faces. Poetry is the solution to re-energizing the human spirit. Poetry has given rise to the great ideals we live by and will save us from the prosaic linear life that we have become accustomed to and live by. So he left academia, where he was a professor at a great books college in North Carolina, and he went to join the Peace Corps, followed by his own institution, Partners for Productivity. And on the very day that he died, he was sitting in his office finishing this book, The Wall, leaving us 6 unpublished books. He created not only microfinance, but the concept of the Peace Corps during the period of Kennedy's campaign. He went to the people running the campaign in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and said, I have an idea. And then he laid out that young people would do service for people in developing countries. His idea was always service to those who had much less. So in doing that, I think we should now listen to Andrew's own words, which are so much more eloquent than anything I can say.
Very sweet of you. Thank you very much for that insight. Graeme?
I'm going to read one of the poems that Andrew wrote in The Wall. This poem is entitled First Word Wrong, Last Word Wrong, Number 2. Many a gospel lies lowering in the grave, so politics got born again, moved to the middle, but me first came out strong, punched Adam in his apple. Dust plugs the windpipes of dead men's caves. Ideas with faulty rudders crashed like Amelia Earhart, though she was once a true love of mine. I bent her words like I was out of my mind. I didn't know the virtual was partial, only to architecture of its own kind. And I, only an escape balloon to tell me. Fingernails scratched the last blackboard's face, and the wall screeched. Everything's been said. I'm dead. The last word city, crumbled in isolation, and that was it for the wonderful one-language nation. The big silence closed the great book wall's pages. Curtains dropped on the topless tower dabbling stages. Poetry can save us, squeaked the gopher, but he got shot by Waldo's hobgoblin language, consistently foolish, begot, and the world went back to what language is not.
So we're going to finish, and I'm a little hesitant to roll that thing around. So I guess I would, after I would encourage you to take a look at this large screen. It's a very short poem, and beyond that, I'll give you a commercial. These books are all available in the bookstore. There's a wonderful catalog here, 200 pages, where you'll find a lot more information on the artists who are participants, different things here at Frankel. And so rather than the little button with a price tag, you'll find out about them, and that the books are at a very big discount. So, and also, I think I'll stop. I was going to end, but I'll say this short poem by William Meredith. It's called A Major Work. Poems are hard to read, pictures are hard to see, music is hard to hear, and people are hard to love. But whether from brute need or divine energy, at last, mind, eye, and ear, and the great sloth heart will rule. So let's hear Andrew reading his poem. Give him a second, Sheena, file around and see it.
from my book, Still Dancer. It is available at Amazon.com and on Kindle. It comes out of many years living and working in 33 countries in Africa and getting to know the beauty of the tribal life there, living in mud huts and getting to know the chief of the people. And one thing that always struck me in the difference between our highly technological society and simple life in the village was that in the village I never did come across any boredom or ennui. We are constantly looking for some kind of excitement, and yet we have so many distractions. We are distracted from distraction by distraction. They don't have movies, TV, and yet their life is very satisfying. This one is called In the Village. In the village, in the village, in the village, life repeats itself. Life repeats itself. There is sunlight. There is darkness. The dark repeats itself. The light repeats itself. Yet, life is never dull. It packs the drumhead of the night and is satisfied. It listens for footfalls when the dogs bark in the village, in the village. In the village, in the village, in the village, life repeats itself, life undoes itself, and then does itself up in the same guise. We are careful not to fail to repeat the same salutations, the same farewells our parents and our parents' parents use. They are wise, we are small, and the day long. Death comes but once, but when it comes to life, no one would be unwilling to repeat in the village, in the village, in the village. Today I'm going to...
That's it. Thank you. Enjoy the art.
Who's the guy reading the poem in the video?